How's it going, everyone? So as we all know that we are into the second phase of Sheep Game on Avalanche. They released their white paper V2 4 days ago, and I'll be reviewing what some of the changes will mean. It looks like they announced that this will go into effect on December 13th at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And some of the biggest things that they're doing is they are launching land. Looks like this is going to be something that there's only 25,000 pieces of land that will ever exist, and they are going to be sorted by rarity. Right now, if you look at the chart below, right there, they have a value between 1 and 8, and then they have a type, right? Common, premium, prestige. Now, the biggest thing here is if you have any Gen 0 sheep or wolves, it looks like you're to be entitled to free land. There was only 10,000 ever minted, so the number of land is 10,000 that will correspond with that. So 10,000 land. From there, you can also purchase land with Avalanche, or you can also purchase it with a wool. So there's going to be 25,000 there. And by owning land is going to be a big currency in the upcoming phase of the game, which I'll cover in a moment. But if you do purchase it, you are going to be entitled to a lot of benefits there. Now, there are some other things they do include. Minting land, it can't be stolen, and it has an acreage value between 1 and 8. So the higher the value, the better. Now, one of the next things that they're doing are various different mini games. The first one is the Farmer's Jackpot. Here, you're not going to need sheep, wolves, or any land to play. Essentially, you put in 10,000 A wool. You can buy a ticket. You're obviously able to buy multiple tickets. Once over 30 entries are into the prize pool, so once over 30 tickets are bought, someone is randomly chosen and they will win. You'll get 80,000 or 80% of all A wool in the pot. And again, whoever has land will be entitled to 10% of all those numbers in the pot. Now, the second game is the mystery box. This is essentially you're going to stake a wolf or a sheep to play this game. You stake one wolf or two sheep, and then you'll put in some A wool in order to play. And then whoever put in the most within a certain period of time will win the entire box. 80% of the entire entry will go to the winner. And again, if you have land, 10% is going to be distributed to you. 10% will be burned. The second game, the other mini game, or the third game rather, is Carrot Pick. Essentially, you're going to stake a wolf or two sheep in order to play the game. If you do a wolf, you'll put 10,000 A wool. If you're doing a sheep, you'll put 15,000 A wool. Essentially, one wolf will equal one entry into the carrot pick. Two sheep will equal one entry. After 20 carrots are entered, the player with the highest number of carrots will earn the prize pool. It's chosen randomly. And again, you get 80% of all the A wool in the prize pool. 10% is going to go back to all landowners. 10% will be burned. It's going to be announced after 20 entries are made. So you have to come back later and check. The next mini game is sheep and roll. Let's sheep and roll. Essentially, you're going to be risking a sheep. You stake one of your sheep to play. Has a fee of 5,000 A wool per sheep, and you can stake up to 3 sheep at a time. One sheep is one entry, so you can have 3 entries into the game, right? Once there are 20 sheep submitted to the contest, it will randomly be selected by the farmer, and the winner will get all the sheep in this game. 20% of the submission fee will be distributed back to landowners, so having land again is very important. And then 80% of it will be burned as well. Then there's also something called the breeding farm. Essentially, you can breed a special wolf or sheep, but be careful though, because if you do breed one of these wolves or sheep, someone else's wolf can steal it. Now, that can't happen with land. They can't steal your land, but it could be stolen here. And essentially, if you have a breeding here, you will be able to get a one-of-a-kind sheep or a wolf, which will have special traits that will never be able to be bred. So it's going to be very special there. It's going to be swapped one for one using the land for an upgrade, and there will be a limited edition which will be used to breed. So this is not going to affect the other breeds for any of the generations in the future. You must have both land, sheep, and able to breed a sheep, essentially. The next thing here is the mystery barn. High stakes, high reward. And this one, pretty much in a nutshell, is you put up a sheep or a wolf. It has to be two of the same species and generation. The farmer will take both and return only one. Any sheep or wolves that the farmer takes will be forever removed. It's pretty much very lucky here. It will be determined by the rarity of what you will receive. So if you're lucky, you might get something no breeder has seen before. Gen 0 and Gen 1 sheep and wolf will diminish, making sheep and wolf more rare, right? Do you want to risk it or do you not want to risk it to get that? And then the last thing they're going to be doing is a sheep market. And essentially, this is just a glorified marketplace where you can buy, you can sell, you can showcase your sheep and wolves on the sheep market. So it's going to be a one-stop shop for all purchases, showcases, and you can buy and trade using different currencies. So AWOL in this case. And then the transaction fee will be split amongst landowners as well. This is a timeline for what's going on. Land will be launched December 13th at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Farmer's Jackpot will be the 15th, which will be a little bit after. The Mystery Box will be mid-December. Carrot Pick late December. Sheep and Roll mid-January. Breeding Farm will be the 22nd, February 2022. Mystery Barn, February 2022. And then the sheep market will be March 2022. Now, some thoughts here, just from going through this white paper here. It really does seem like land is going to be the most crucial aspect of this entire next phase. There's 25,000 land that are going to be available. If you have a Gen 0 or if you are a Gen 0 owner, you will have access to free land. And then whoever wants the additional 15,000, you can purchase with AWOL or you can purchase with AVAX. So by having land, you are going to be entitled to a lot of the prizes, that 10% that's given back. So it is going to be very important to have. So let me know if you have any questions about anything I covered. I'll be coming out with another video soon. And be sure to like and subscribe for further information.